Me, I am a memoir. I said a memoir. We're going deep. We're going down to deep into the regular verse. Oh yeah, the regular verse.
Hello, Emily. I wanted to surprise you by not screaming.
You can't scream in the regular verse.
We're just running out of steam. I haven't been fed any good music for a while.
Oh my god, it's been so long.
Welcome back to wherever the fuck we is.
The regular verse.
Regularverse. I'm
Regularverse.
Posh? Am I Posh?
I'm Fab.
Are you
Yeah,
Fab? And we,
oh, you're Poshlo, I'm Fableck.
That's right, I am Poshlo. I just, halfway through I was like, am I going to scream it? I think I'm going to.
You're Poshlo, the prolo piece of shit.
Yes. But I think less prolo than people maybe expected going into this.
And are you becoming less prolo as you go along? Are you being worn down by some of the regularity?
I think so, a little bit, in terms of there was a lot of unknown regularity going in. But with that said, there is still moments that I'm like, oh, I'm prolo there. Like, as we've discovered.
I've been surprisingly, there's been a few where I've been like, oh, this isn't as bad as I was expecting.
Yeah. So maybe...
It's not amazing, but it's not as bad as I was expecting.
It's a spectrum, really, the prolo Regularverse.
It is a spectrum of
moving all around.
lowness.
Yeah. Which we're going to find out.
Very low spectrum.
Yeah. We're going to find out more of that in this little episode where we've sort of brought together a lot of the non-album singles, or orphans.
Yes.
As you've been calling them. Which makes sense because, like The Orphanage, it's a horror movie. So before we do that, before we break them on down and get all of the Fabnopsis, we need some prolo moments. Like, I need the news now.
Okay, this is going to be shocking for fans of Mariah because someone is staking a claim on a holiday.
Stop it. Is it Boxing Day? She's got the Boxing Day sales with the
I hope so. I would love it if she was going, all in on Black Friday. But she's not. She's
probably
going
best
all in. She's going all in on the Delula wine, fizzy wine. And apparently, because she's got an orange one, she's decided it needs to be the centerpiece of your Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
So she buzzes around a table that someone has obviously already laid.
She loves to buzz around a table.
She loves to buzz around the table.
Does.
And she loves also to pretend that she had something to do with that table being laid.
Yeah.
Like she's touching forks, the Hermes plates, like they weren't already set up when she got there. Like, oh yeah, I'm putting this here now. And then she showed us how to make, seriously, like all of this is just to go, there's an orange one. Thanksgiving is orange.
I have wanted to try orange wine because I hear it's a thing, but I've never found it.
It's an orange one. Also, she showed off how to make a Dululalali Thanksgiving punch.
Oh.
While playing a Christmas song really loudly that she's singing on in the background.
Oh.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and she's singing it with her vocal coach, Steve Mackey, and you can barely hear her recipe because of her very regular vocals trying to stake a claim on Christmas.
Oh, no. But wait,
anyway,
which assistant did she punch? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
No. It's a punch. It's
punch.
the drink punch.
Right.
Yeah, it's a Thanksgiving punch.
Okay.
But she can't lay a claim on Christmas. She's making herself all about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So basically, her punch is heaps of fruit.
Yeah.
And you just empty a bottle of into it. That's it. That's the whole recipe.
Do you think this would work well on a festive Taco Tuesday?
It could work really well on a festive
that
Taco
sounds good.
Tuesday. She explains that it's gluten-free.
Good girl.
It's lower in sugar, lower in alcohol.
There's no bread in it at all.
There's no bread at all.
Put any bread in this punch.
My favorite thing is that every time she posts anything about the Dalalaloo, she I live for her fans who comment constantly about her alcoholic husband and her selling alcohol. Like, drag her.
No. Have you had
someone also posted that they bought some and it tastes like cough medicine.
Oh no, that's nice though.
Her fans are not fun. It's the Lamely, who I love, and thank you for your service.
Yeah. So have you had to follow the Low in order to have the pleasure of all of this content?
Yes, I follow the Low.
Oh my God, Mariah's going to see that.
I get her many threads, and I've not clicked like on one of them.
I don't go on the threads. The threads, I can't. That's too many.
It's just Instagram with fewer pictures.
Yeah.
So the dress she's wearing in the video where she's pretending she made the table was a fashion headline.
Oh.
It's just kind of like a button down, kind of like no, not the dress. It's a fashion headline because she went for a walk in it wearing ballet flats. I mean, what is the world coming to when regular Jen wears a regular shoe?
Maybe she thought that was the kids' concert. You know, she's getting dates confused. She's not young, you know?
As we've heard, a certain person cannot even walk in flat shoes. Like, she can't even walk barefoot without being on tippy toes.
Yeah.
So ballet flats, she can have them. One
what
thing
is
I did
this?
notice.
There's like I don't know if you can see it. You can't see it.
No, there's nothing turning up there.
There's Jen as the devil, which makes sense.
Oh yeah, that's her making her Delula
Halloween. Halloween.
That's her Halloween cocktail.
Her pumpkin spice Delula.
No, it's just regular one. She just pours it in a glass and then she puts a couple of chilies upside down on the rim.
While
and says, it's spicy.
Oh my God, she's wearing a jumper that has her on it.
Yes.
I kind of love it. This is
what
I want.
Get off her Instagram.
I need to. This is what I want from her.
It's a lot of her wearing clothes. Here's me wearing a clothes.
I want one clothes, please.
There was one moment of her wearing clothes, which is from in September. Like, we weren't in the Regularverse then, so I didn't get to talk about this. But it was during the Voice to Parliament referendum here in Australia. And she posted a flashback to a video where she wears this great big trench coat with the word no stitched on it. So I think we should cancel her right now. She's on the wrong side of history.
It's so funny.
Now, there's been trouble in paradise for Jen Fleck and Ben Lowe.
No.
According to Heat magazine, which is one of my favourites, Ben does not clean up poop properly.
That's a problem.
Not his own poop. I'm guessing he's fine with that. And not hers, because she doesn't shit, as we know. She's just got like a funnel from her ass to the Delola factory. No.
I thought you were going to say to the microphone, but you didn't go that harsh.
No, it's the animal poops.
Right.
So when they moved in together, she brought with her animals she already had. She had a golden doodle.
Of course she did.
Please don't look at me like that, because it's a serious news story. You cannot laugh at a golden doodle.
Was the golden doodle dressed like Mariah, like I asked?
It's a golden doodle called Tyson.
Oh.
And she's got 2 Labradors called Lady and Bunny. She's got 2 boxers called Roxy and Bear, and a Mastiff who's called Champ. And after she got together with Ben, they adopted a cat called Hendrix. He, from his previous relationship, has an Alsatian called Hutch and a golden retriever who has no name. I know, it's too many animals. The golden retriever may or may not have a doodle. I'm not sure if it's a golden doodle or just a golden retriever of doodles. So Ben apparently won't clean the poop because it's a lot of animals. There's too much poop. He calls this business called Doggy 911 that comes over and cleans up the shit.
How do we know this?
It's Heat magazine. It's a source close to the stars.
Right.
So this is 9 animals worth of crap, which is a lot of dog shit and cat shit to clean up. And also only 2 of the dogs are his, so I can see him being like,
Yeah.
I'm not cleaning all that.
I'm
You brought all
wondering-
the other 7 animals. So I'm not cleaning 7 animals worth of shit when I used to only have to clean 2.
Well, because she was playing a dog walker in Monster-in-Law. I'm wondering if she just left the set with the dogs.
Yeah, maybe.
And
She just
forgot
wandered off with the dogs.
Yeah. She's like, I've done my 3.5 hours. Bye.
So if you ever wondered how needy she actually is, apparently she hates the fact that the dogs like him more than her. I think I'm running to him when he comes home, and like when he leaves the house, the dog's like.
I mean, does he
Ben.
ever leave the house?
I don't think he does
he
very
leaves the
often. That's
house.
probably why they're so upset when he
Yeah.
goes. So I have got a solution for them and their shit problem.
Okay.
What she needs to do is collect it all up herself,
Right.
just one big load, and release it all as a bunch of singles, because it couldn't be worse than what we're about to listen to in this podcast.
I mean, I appreciate that we're coming in with solutions, not just problems.
Yeah,
No.
I know. I can't just sit here and whinge about, dog shit and not have a solution for the dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what she has been doing.
Very positive.
You know?
And she's tired of it, and now she wants to do an album about him, and she's like, I can't release dog shit. It's about you.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is the end of the Prolo moments, and sad as I am to report that you have received no on the J blog, because she's been too drunk on Dolola and busy picking up dog shit to do anything about it.
That's fair.
I'm sad that there's no J blog. Hopefully we get a festive taco
I
Tuesday.
hope so. I just want
I
a
mean,
Festive Taco Tuesday one.
Christmas is on Monday, but festive taco Tuesday, Boxing Day.
Yeah. Again, I told you she's coming for Boxing Day. It all works.
Yeah.
Somehow, our absolute fucking nonsense ends up making sense in the end. Anyway.
Some vague sense.
So does that mean we are ready to get the lowdown on the down low?
Getting the lowdown on the down low. All right. This week we're creating our own album of songs that Jen Reg has flung at streaming services in a desperate bid for relevancy as her popularity slips out of her grasp. And now we're deep in the low Mariah Idol wars when they were back and forth. And we will give this made-up album a name when we get to the end of this marathon of intense regularity. But it doesn't have a name yet. It's just a bunch of orphans. So
Like those dogs.
we're going to... there are 16, I think, tracks all up. Like it's a lot. It's a whole thing. So we're going to start very quickly with a song called Dance Again, Baila Nada Más, if you've got the Spanish version. Feat, Pitbull.
Yeah.
It was released in April 2012. The songwriters are Nadia Kayat, otherwise known as Red One, Enrique Iglesias, of all people, Bilal Haj, the chef, Ashraf Janussi, AJ Janussi, Armando Perez, that's Pitbull, and the producers are Red One and Cuck Harrell, our friend from the album that we enjoyed. Now, this was a single, obviously, released and peaking at number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Respectable.
So that's, it's still okay. In Australia, it was 28.
Yeah.
Certified platinum in Australia and the USA.
All right.
So it's, it had some sort of, taste of success-ish.
Yeah, thought about it. So I might be a hit. I'll think about it. I'll let you know later.
Yeah. Also, Dance Again was the name of her world tour. So,
Yes, and the greatest
tried
hits.
to support it. And the greatest hits. She tried to support it as much as she could. There is a video, obviously.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah. Are you ready?
I'm going to remember. I'm not. I'm really not. A Fabanopsis. Here you go. Just warm me
I
up.
forgot we went to.
I know. I was like, what am I doing again?
The
puppies?
I forgot that it wasn't the amusing sax line.
I might bring that back. We'll see.
We'll see. So it opens with a caption. Always remember, you will live, you will love, you will dance again.
I already forgot.
Preach, sister. Here comes J-Lo through the door, and Pitbull's lumbar issues are playing up again, so he's having a little sit down for the entire time. Some vodka falls up out of a badly CGI'd bottle into an upside-down martini glass. Oh, look, it's Kylie's All the Lovers video, but on the ceiling.
Literally, that's what I thought.
J-Lo's covered in glitter, and it looks a bit problematic. Jen falls upwards, like the vodka, and lands on the roof orgy, which appears to be stuck in a bottle of her perfume. Fuck, she loves a product placement. Someone in the orgy rips J-Lo's skirt off. Oh, no, her rebound boyfriend, Casper Smart, is here. And despite being in the middle of an orgy, she hooks up with him. I don't know how this works, how you can be in an orgy and then hook up with someone. But good on her for making that work. She crawls on the floor. She rolls around on the wall. They do some dry humping in a hallway. Then she wriggles around in a glitter pit. And it's a bit too dark, the glitter. And she magically covers Casper in glitter. And it's borderline blackface. Like there is something unfortunate about the way this glitter looks on the both of them.
There could be some lighting issues.
There's something going on.
I think it's meant to be silver, but it's...
I think it's meant to be silver, but it's totes probo.
Yeah, it is totes probo.
Pitbull has a ring light which faces the wrong way. Good on him. Then Jen and Casper do some light S&M. There's a long, lingering product shot of the glowing by J-Lo bottle where the orgy is still taking place on the ceiling.
Oh, go ahead.
Please buy Glowing by J-Lo. I think that's the name.
That's the name of the whole song.
That's the message I'm getting from this song.
I'm not there for you.
And that is the video.
Lovely.
Which is a lot.
I wrote a couple of... I did write a couple of thoughts about the video because I mean, the first sentence
it needs
was,
them.
was I love glitter blackface Jen. This is going to become a bit of a thing, but this is a higher budget video than I expected. And it turns out I'm a voyeur because I really wanted to see what Jen and Casper did next. I was like, okay. I also love that Jen was not going to dance anywhere near Pitbull. She was like,
nowhere near.
I'm not going to... But yeah, there was a few moments I was like, ooh, studio. This is fun to watch two very attractive people dancing. I was like, dancing. Do I have a secret fetish for Jen and Casper? I don't know.
No, I think it's your kindly fetish, like because it was all the lovers.
Yes. Yeah. I think what happened was... Because it's actually this... I think it's the same director. I could be wrong. He does... Joseph Kahn directs something in this lot.
It's because it's like all the lovers, they're all wearing white versions.
I was going to say
the black outfits that they're wearing in this one. Like it's even the same costume.
Yeah. So I think what happened was Jen said, "I really like that Kylie All the Lovers video. They did it in white. Let's do it in black." And then they were like, "Yes,
so people
let's do it."
Ripped it off.
But more than just the outfits, let's do it all in black.
Oh yeah, no, that was a mistake.
It wasn't.
I didn't even know you could get black glitter.
It didn't seem as obvious until she kind of opened her mouth and you could see her teeth and the colour of her lips. So you're like, oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he was making it look even worse. Like it was fine when it was just her, but when it was the both of them, it was like, oh,
it's like we saw too much. Yeah. Yeah,
it's gone too far. So for the song, Look, not only is the video a blatant rip-off of All the Lovers, the whole thing feels way too Kylie for its own good. Like, the verses could just be a transposed version of All the Lovers.
Yeah, I suppose so. I hadn't thought about it like that.
At the chorus, by the way, is far too Karen as well. You know, she sounds like Karen at Bunnings sometimes when she sings. Yeah. Pitbull making up rhymes going, yes, is not his best work. Like, you can just go, I'm at the shops, yes, I'm going to buy some shoes, yes. Like, that is not a rhyme, Pitbull. You're a lazy, lazy bitch. I think of anyone, Red One is the star of this song. The production is fun Eurodance production, but I kept having to go back and play it because as soon as I was away from it, I forgot how it went.
Oh, really?
And I had All the Lovers in my head.
Great song, yeah. You love some All the Lovers.
I had to listen to Baila Nada Más, and it's essentially the same thing in Spanish without Pitbull.
I know, without Pitbull.
Which is not an improvement, nor does it make it any worse.
I didn't know why. I was curious about that. I thought it was... I kind of agree in terms of, I thought it was fun and it made sense on a Greatest Hits package. I've certainly heard worse songs on Greatest Hits packages. Yeah. I appreciated that they went in the love direction because we liked that album. But it's not really anything new. I think it's one of those songs that at the time I was like, ooh, this is fun. And now I'm like, oh, okay, this is still fun, but it's not the other songs that would just like it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I probably have positive memories because I remember the concert, and I think this was the last song. So it was a fun...
The concert was
Ooh, we're dancing again. She was broken
by
up
the
with,
way,
but now we're happy.
Speaking of the concert, you can watch the concert movie on YouTube with ads at the moment. It's available in
We
like
might
full
have to.
crazy definition. We
All
might
right,
have to.
we might have to.
Now, do you want your Law and Order regular victims unit here or after we give our scores?
You can throw it at us.
All right. So the video was premiered on American Idol, where Jen was being judgmental Judy. Like, that was her job. She was a judgment on the show. And she was criticised quite heavily in the press for serving such a sexual video on a family show.
Stop.
People didn't want to see the Jen orgy and Pitbull.
People didn't want to see Pitbull.
On their family show. And apparently this song came up because she was in the middle of breaking up with Mark Anthony and begged Enrique Iglesias to let her have this song because it would make her feel better. Apparently it was pretty much complete when she came to it, and she said she didn't really add much, which makes me think, did they just pitch up Enrique so she sounded like Karen at Bunnings?
Maybe. Yeah. Makes sense.
Like, it might not even be her.
This whole time.
This could be Enrique the whole time. They've popped him through some sort of AI filter. And it's like, we got the J-Lo filter that we use to make Ashanti sound like... Yeah, just pop that on.
Yeah, go. Thanks.
But yeah, this was apparently recorded. Like, Enrique was about to release this, and it was like, oh, can I have it? Because I broke up with Mark Anthony. I need it. I need it.
That's my excuse for everything. I just broke up with Mark Anthony. Please.
Anyway, I'm real. What percentage of the song do you think she sang?
I got for mid-low because I do think it's mostly her, but very processed.
Yeah, and drowned out by the background vocals and Pitbull, as well as all the processing. Yeah, I'm the same. Very mid-low. Yeah. And are you pro-low or no-low?
Look, I've gone for a pro-low, but I think it's more for the memories. You know, like...
we did enjoy that concert a lot.
We did enjoy that concert, and I think, if I was to pop it on the playlist, I'd be like, oh yeah, this one. This is fun. Yeah. But it's not a hard-hitting pro-low.
No.
Like it just gets in.
Yeah, I'm giving it a hard or, and that's only because of Red One. Like, it's I don't want anything else. All right, on to track 2, which is Going In.
Yeah.
Feet, Flow Rider.
Yes.
This was released in June 2012. The songwriters are Michael Warren, Jamal Listenby, also known as Goon Rock, Joseph Angel, Sebastian Cole, David Quinones, DQ from Writing Camp, and Tamar Dillard. That's Flow Rider. Right. The producers are Goon Rock and Cuck Carroll.
Okay, Carroll's back.
DQ, by the way, worked on SOS for Rihanna and Halo for Beyonce.
Okay. Different songs.
Goon Rock worked on Party Rock Anthem and Sexy and You Know It for LMFAO.
That makes a lot of sense.
Red Foo gone?
Yeah. I'm surprised Jen didn't rope in a bit of Red Foo at some point.
I know. I feel like Red Foo could have been here. Maybe Red Foo got kicked out in favour of Flow Rider.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this has had some chart action. It was a US Billboard Dance Club song #1.
Okay, not too shabby.
Sounds like it doesn't take much to become #1 in that chart.
I've had 7.
It was released in Australia, but did not chart. It was number 58 in Austria.
Ooh.
29 in Brazil, 54 in Canada. They love her in Canada.
They do, yeah.
67 in Germany, number 99 in Italy. I'm tired of trying to make this sound like it was any good. But there is a video.
There is, all right. If I'm obsessed, it's a going in. If I'm obsessed. Yeah.
Oh, Jen has diamantes stuck all over her lips, which is quite a statement. It's a statement that says if you want a gobby, you're going to be uncomfortable. She blows a dandelion, which turns into sparkly dust, which feels like a metaphor for blowing someone until their dick is ribbons. Then she's trying to fold a fitted sheet while dogs ignore her. There's Neon Jen, there's Hoodie Jen, there's some aggressive people banging poles on the ground. Oh, they're at a dance party in the docks in the daytime. Surely there are people unloading those shipping containers in the daytime. They don't have time for break dancing. There's Hoodie and baseball cap Jen, who's found some lasers. Good for her.
Yes.
There's some melon-coloured fire hydrants spaffing out coloured water. Product placement!
Bringing the Delula.
There's some girls in platinum wigs and yellow lipstick who are pouring out booze into a cup shaped like J-Lo's booty. It's Remy Martin v. White Cognac. I'd hate to think Jen hoarded herself out here without the benefit of me giving a name drop. She's got kids to raise. She
does.
I'll help her out with her mentions.
And 7 dogs.
Lots of frantic laser dancing. Yeah. Someone smashes the lights. A giant Christmas tree bauble smashes something. More colourful spaffs thrown about. Then men in suits dance on an escalator. It's very hectic. And then Jen's found a white leotard she likes and a shiny jacket. She never seems to be in the same room with the dancers, I notice. Like there's dancers and then there's Jen.
Yeah.
And
why would she be?
Some people punch through windows. A car gets horny over Jen and starts rearing up. Flo Rida has no top on, which is giving me life. And then he has a car. That's it.
I had 2 notes of my own. One was that I think J-Lo picked up Dandelion Ellison out of the trash and recycled her. Mariah put this one out. Oh, I'll use that for my video. So rip in peace, Ellison. And no one looks better than J-Lo in a video where nothing happens.
No one looks
she
better than J-Lo
looks gorgeous in here and serving absolutely nothing.
Well, I'm going to give you a little a Law and Order Regular Victims Unit fact about the video. So the shipping container party, the dancing cars, the escalator scenes are all in here because this song is from the soundtrack of a movie called Step Up Revolution.
Oh, I did not know this.
Also known as Step Up 4 Miami Heat.
Wow.
If the best you can hope is for your song to be included on the soundtrack of the 4th film in the franchise, maybe your time's come, hey, Jen-Lo? So all those scenes are from a film. Like, they're not in the video.
That's why she's not in them.
That's why she's not in them.
I did not
come
across
yes.
this. Oh.
No, yeah. This is from Step Up 4 Miami Heat, which I watched the trailer for, and it makes less sense than the video of this song.
Okay. Are there any people that went on to be famous in that movie?
No.
Okay.
Peter Gallagher's in it, but he's like the bad guy that they're trying to save Miami from by doing many annoying flash mobs. Right. It must have been in the middle of flash mob time, and so they've gone, 2012, it's flash mobs, let's make a whole flash mob movie. And we'll have J-Lo and Flo Rida on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And no one cared. So how do you feel about this song?
So this, not unlike Dance Again, definitely feels of the time. Like it has that, like you said, the flash mob, the Red Foo, the Kesha kind of vibe. But it does have a tiny bit more oomph than I think some of the other regular singles from around the same time.
Yeah.
This kind of made me think of a punchier Puppy. Like, it was just like, remember that song that was just that little bit underwhelming? And it's like, I'm gonna punch it double hard.
Yep.
I wrote that Flo seems to be happy to be there as well. And that it's a high quality colour by numbers. You know, like it's colour by numbers, but I'm like, it's one of the better colour by numbers. All right.
Colour by numbers is the best.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still all over the video. You know how the last video felt like a rip-off of Kylie and the song was a bit Kylie-esque? I feel like now she's doing like a weird, chaotic retread of her own shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the laser dance scenes feel like the director of this video has seen Waiting for Tonight and gone, oh, that's what she does. I'll just make her do that while I spray some coloured spaff. The lyrics are bonkers. Like, they're too insane. Tonight we go orangutan bananas. Grenade.
Yeah.
Like, really, Jen? I also think the use of the word crazy in this song is becoming problematic. In this day and age of very upfront and frank discussions of mental illness and mental health, the context she's using crazy in is probably not okay.
You know, I don't think I'm looking for mental health checks from Jen at this point, so it didn't bother me so much.
Maybe she should stop using the word.
Maybe.
I mean, we know she loves dropping a word that probably isn't inappropriate in her mouth, but so I don't know what I'm looking for here. I also think this kind of like techno-y production would have been so cutting edge if she'd done it at the time of Waiting for Tonight.
Yeah.
But here, a decade later, it feels like she's climbing onto a bandwagon with a fucking Zimmer frame. It's like, get onto that bandwagon. Oh, I'm going to climb on it. Oh,
it would be Diamante.
No,
it
would be a Diamante Zimmer frame.
It would be a Diamante Zimmer frame.
Yes, a Diamante Zimmer frame. And just another quick low and order regular victims unit about the song itself.
Oh, wow.
There are some vocals in here from Little John, who was mysteriously left off the credits.
Oh, that's true.
And apparently Jen wanted Big Sean and a bunch of other rappers on it, but Flo muscled them out of the way.
Interesting. Well, it makes sense because it was in a movie about Miami. So, Flo Rida,
and he's Flo Rida.
Yes, it would be weird if anyone else was on it.
Yeah. Once it's in the Miami film.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what percentage of the song do you think she sang in I'm Real?
So I thought it was mid to high low. I think it was mostly her with digital help, but not excessively so. I didn't feel overwhelmed by it.
Yeah, it was Karen at Bunnings tone for a bit of it. So I'm like, that's absolutely her. But yeah, I'm like mid-low as well. I think they gave her a bit of help. And are you pro-low or no?
This was a hard one. I might have to go for maybe an or, because I feel like when I hear it, I'm like, oh, this is fun, pro-low. But then, like you said about the previous song, then I don't remember it. I'm like,
it goes out of your head instantly.
Yeah.
It's worse than popcorn. At least that gets stuck in your teeth.
Yeah.
I don't think there was enough Flo Rida to save it, frankly.
Okay.
So I'm giving it a big fat no.
Okay.
Low.
No
All right,
flow?
on to track 3. I'm pro-Flo.
Okay, pro-Flo, no low.
Pro-Flo, but no low. Okay. On to track 3, Live It Up, Feet Pitbull. This is becoming a refrain. We're going to have a lot of Feet Pitbull over the next few songs. This was released in May 2013. The songwriters are Red One, Alex Papakonstantinou, Bjorn Djupstrom, Victor Svensson, Armando Perez, Ashraf Janussi again, and Bilal the Chef Haji. Producers are Red One, Alex P, Victor Svensson, and Cuck Harold.
Oh,
I love Cucky.
Cucky Wacky.
Cucky Wucky. It's friends with Tuggy. This was released. This was a big fat release that hit the heights of number 60 on the US Billboard Hot 100.
That's a hit. You get a shirt.
In Australia, what were we thinking? Number 20.
All right. Okay. Why not?
And there is a video. Quite a video.
A fabanopsis. A fabanopsis. I leave it up. A fabanopsis. There you go.
It's a fashion show in Paris. Models are smoking. Woo! Jen's wearing lots of feathers and Sunny's indoor as people fuss around her. Oh, product placement right off the bat before Pitbull has even had a chance to open his mouth. An ice watch on her wrist and a quick flip of the wrist to reveal a Nokia smartphone. Oh, Pitbull sent her some text to meet him in Saint-Tropez and he sent a hashtag, Live It Up. It's a text, mate. No one's going to see the hashtag. And beach.mp4, which I hope is not porn. Anyway, she hasn't replied. What a bitch. She watches the video, which is some dancing on the beach. And then someone puts her sunnies in a Swarovski branded case. So she's been flogging shit since we saw her. Oh, yeah. Like she's been on the cell.
She knows what she's doing.
God, love her. What a pro. Professional. Pitbull raps on the beach in the bright sunlight without sunnies. Which is weird because Jen's inside wearing them. Yeah. I don't know what's happening. And Pitbull's always wearing sunnies inside, but now he's outside. It's like, I'm taking them off.
You don't need them outside.
Weirdo. This topsy-turvy world. The
regular.
fashion show is themed around some kids' playground equipment. And Jen hangs off the rings, then wanders up and down the catwalk. Her dancing is so amazing, she brings all the camp fashionistas working on the show to very camp tears. They have no subtlety, bless them. She gives one of them an air kiss because one is enough. That represents all. Then there's more fashion show. Jen comes out in her red sequin G-banger leotard, thigh-high stripper boots, and fluffy sleeves. And Jen has mistaken this fashion runway for the stripper stage from Hustlers.
Yeah. Pretty ready.
Then
got a lot of jobs. She has to prepare.
Yeah. Then she and all her fashion buddies have gone to Pitbull's Saint-Tropez beach and are dancing on stripper poles and spraying each other with champagne because that sound is in the song, so we might as well. Product placement. Despite all the champagne corks popping in the song, Jen sold this video to Beluga Noble Vodka and had to get in line behind. They had to get in line behind Swarovski, Nokia, and Isoportable watches. And then Jen's dancing in front of lasers because that's her thing now. It's part of her milieu. And she goes for a ride on a swing.
Yes.
And that's the video.
So the double product placement of the watch to the phone. Well, yes, but specifically the watch to the phone.
Yeah. The flip of the product.
It's beautiful. That was art. I was like, bitch, you did it. You did it. So I'm going to buy both of those now. I also said that Jen is the only person...
Well, the watch is very affordable. Like they are...
Is that? They only paid for one scene, yeah. I also said that Jen is the only person who can pull off Yellow Lippy. I was like, I don't mind the Yellow Lippy. All right.
Yellow Lippy's good.
It was fun. And I would have watched a whole video of Jen on that swing. It's like, I don't know why you're on a swing. Yeah. But I loved it. I was like, yeah, please, more of that. Whatever that is. I would just watch
if you think you're going to be watching that rather than Always Be My Baby, then I've got some words for you.
No, it was a different kind of... It was a different vibe.
Yeah. Like Mariah swinging is wholesome. Jen swinging is disgusting. And it looks like there could be someone underneath that she's peeing on at the time.
I think, with Mariah, you want to be on that swing next to Mariah, having a nice day. With Jen, it's just like, I've got to watch this and just see what the fuck happens. Like, it's like a screensaver. You just keep watching it. Yeah. Like little flying toast.
What's going on with the swing?
Yeah.
So it feels to me like the last couple of J-Lo Red One Pitbull songs, but with added champagne popping and pouring sound effects. It's vibey, fun, steaming pile of Eurotrash, but I enjoy that. You know what I love? It's got like an anthemic sort of attitude.
Yes.
And like all good Eurotrash, a creepy man with a gravelly voice saying, "Let's hook tonight."
Yes.
Well, he pours out a glass of champagne that's probably roofied by the sound of it. I think, you know what? I think working with Gaga has given Red One the confidence to allow some variation into the vocals.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, J-Lo kind of reaches a couple of times in this.
Yeah.
Did you think? Like, there were a couple of moments where I'm like, oh, I appreciate you having a go here.
I definitely...
Like, giving it a little bit of a belt.
Of the three, this is the one that I think is the most convincing. Even though it's still that Eurotrash, there's really nothing going on. But it's just it's so aggressive that you can't not have fun with it. And it's demanding. And then I don't need to think about this because I'm just being told to dance. Okay. And I'm at the club going, okay, whatever I'm on.
Whatever J-Lo and Pitbull say, it's good.
I did love... in the very first verse, just after the introduction, where they pull the production out and then smack you in the face with it. I was like, yeah, please. Like, I was like, am I a sub for Eurotrash?
You're a sub for Red One.
I think I might be. And it really, it's almost like they're so confident, like you said, that you just jump on. You're like, okay, you know where this weird train's going. So I'm going to, go with it. And I feel like this would be a fun one to have a little loud sing to on a solo road trip. Like, you don't want anyone else to know that you're listening to it. But just when you're on your own, you're like, oh, I think I might put on that J-Lo popping song.
I just think, though, like, if this was an actual album, like, hearing attempted anthem after attempted anthem where I'm getting exhausted, and if this was, I would be begging for a slow jam or even a ballad right about it.
Yeah, J-Lo, you'd be begging J-Lo for a ballad.
Begging for a J-Lo ballad. That is a
Yeah.
strange place to be in this
Yeah.
world.
Yeah. I will say, though, I don't think that that's specific to Jen. I think this time in music was this. Like, there was no variation.
It was.
It was all, again, that Red Foo, Kesha, loud, fast. Don't really think about the lyrics. Just do it. I am curious as to one particular line, which is Pitbull saying, "I'd bet this on a Grammy." I wonder if Jen ever got that Grammy.
She's never got a Grammy.
No.
Never gonna
I looked it up. She has been nominated for
There are no Grammys.
Waiting for Tonight and Let's Get Loud. So 2 songs that I think would be appropriate for as hits, as bona fide hits.
Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time Grammys.
But yes, I feel like there's more though for this song.
There's so many Law and Order Regular Victims Unit. Do you want to rate it, or do you want to hear of the scandal?
Hit us. Because there's also
All right,
a particular performance I'm looking forward to your thoughts on.
Oh, yeah, that's part of the Law and Order. So Jen got hundreds of complaints when she performed this song on a semi-final of Britain's Got Talent.
Okay.
Because it was too provocative, again, for a family show. Okay. She was wearing a black version of the G-string leotard, thigh-high stripper boots, and the fluffy sleeves. And her male backup dancers were touching their dicks with glow sticks. But look, as she said, I'm no more provocative than other younger artists. Maybe that's the problem, the ageism. Yeah. It's like, come on, Nana, put it away. She also premiered this with Pitbull during a live performance on American Idol, the show she used to be a judge on. Yeah. And at the end of it, all of the panel gave her a standing ovation except one. And I've got to say, Mariah was gracious enough to sit through this unmusical bullshit. She doesn't have to stand up for someone who's not singing to her.
So did you pick that because we're all crazy in the Lamley, that we have gone through it with a fine-tooth comb, that she does actually stand up at the end?
Oh, right at the end. Well, the video that I watched cut out immediately before she was told by her minder to stand up.
I think what happens is, the thing she doesn't do is applaud. Everyone else stands up and applauds, and Mariah's like, "Ooh, there's some confetti and streamers," and then she does get up and just keeps throwing them in J-Lo's general direction. Like, I'm having fun, but I'm not really looking at you. I did find it very odd though that Pitbull mimed. Like, that was a weird choice. Yeah. Because I feel like Jen had some backing track, but I think her mic was at least on. And I don't think that Pitts was.
No. I think he doesn't know the words in English, really.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It was an odd choice, just because, you know, the vibe and the style that he gives could be that kind of throwaway fun in the moment thing. So it just sounded very odd that he wasn't. And then J-Lo was singing a little bit. It's like, okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was strange. Now, apparently, the Law and Order goes forever. I mean, bless Mariah for not having to stand for someone who came to singing later. Maybe that's why she was so late to stand.
Because she came to standing later.
I came to standing later. Yeah. And I didn't come to applauding at all.
Yeah.
So this was
I didn't clap. I clapped for.
We might have discussed this last time, but this was meant to be the first single from her next album, because she signed with Red One's record label, which was part of Capitol Records. Yeah. But when we visited the Regularverse last time, when AKA came out, Red One had been sidelined. This single was not on it. Yeah. It was a whole Corey Rooney thing again. So, yeah, I think this was meant to be the big next thing for J-Lo, and it was not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Poor Jen.
Poor Jen.
Did we also notice, adding insult to injury, that the introduction to the Idol performance was a Marilyn Monroe quote?
Oh, yeah.
Like, when it was coming up, I was like, oh, J-Lo's saying another dumb thing. And then it says Marilyn Monroe at the end. I was like, is bitch trolling? Like, is she trolling Mariah because she knows Mariah loves Marilyn?
Yeah.
She's like, if I
don't know what goes on.
have to perform in front of Mariah Carey, who I know is going to hate it, she's not going to clap because she doesn't clap.
No.
I'm going to rub salt into that wound with a little Marilyn Monroe. That's right.
So, about the song, I'm Real, what percentage do we think she sang? I've forgotten about the song now. I've been going on with it about the
I've gone for a mid-low. I still think it is her, but just with that extra effects as she likes to do.
Yeah, same. Like, I think she and Pitbull both feel like they're shouting over the music, bless them. Like, it's like they might have actually been playing it to them in their ears. Like, I don't know.
I'll just shout till we both shout.
Are you pro low or no low?
I liked this one. I think of the three, this is the one that I would go. Oh yeah, if I had to pick, this is the one I'd go for. It's all of the camp, so I enjoyed it.
Let's hook tonight. Like, this could have been anyone's song, really.
Oh
that's
God,
all you're gonna remember is let's hook tonight.
Oh God, I don't know what's popping. It's a mop pop. It's the mop pop.
The mop pop. I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
Okay.
And I feel like if this was the lead track on a more Euro trashy album, as I think was meant to happen, I would maybe love it more.
Yeah.
But it's kind of out here in the world alone.
Yeah.
So I'm a almost pro, mostly all.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. You've given that's one of your best scores. So
it is one of my best scores ever. Well, let's move quickly on to Sweet Spot with Flo Rida. This is actually a Flo Rida song, Feat Jennifer Lopez, or Feat J-Lo. This was released in March 2013 from Flo Rida's Wild Ones album. We know the song Wild Ones because it's got Sia. Songwriter Tramar Dillard, that's Flo Rida. Raphael Judrin, who's
that's
so fly.
Flo Rida.
Pierre Antoine Melky, nice. Brian Isaac, Julie Frost, and produced by SoFly and Nias, Jacob Luttrell, and Cuck Harrell.
Cucky.
This did not make an impact in the US charts at all, but hit 25 in Australia.
Oh. Certified
gold.
Damn.
We love Flo Rida. This was probably deep in the R&B Fridays,
That's
lunacy.
True. Yeah.
There is a video.
I don't remember what song it is. A Fabinopsis. Okay.
So Flo goes to a dodgy Japanese vending machine in an alley and orders a J-Lo, which looks like a lolly, thankfully, not some dirty undies in a Ziploc bag. She gets stuck, so he has to bang on the machine. She doesn't fall out, so he walks away. And then Lolly Jen comes to life and starts singing while rubbing her buzzers. Then Lolly Flo and Lo both come to life inside the vendo, the Flo Lo vendo. Flo becomes a Pez dispenser. Jen rips his head back and grabs a lolly out of his neck very carefully because she's got big nails. So she can nearly not get it. Yeah. Then there's heaps of Flo Pez. One of the candy Jens looks like Robin Sparkles from How I Met Your Mother. That's it.
So I like it because you came up with a name. What was the Flo Lo?
The Flo Lo vendo.
Yeah. So I called it my gending machine. So I'm very excited for
the gending machine. The Flo Lo vendo gending machine.
Yeah.
Great.
So I'm very excited for that to arrive. With all of my J-Lo goodies. It'll have some dilly-lula, some Buddha Nature Wisdom, some tacos for Tuesday, festive tacos.
Taco Tuesday festive.
Yeah.
And some booty balm.
Oh, of course.
Booty balm by J-Lo.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah. It was a fun video. It was one of those ones where I was like, have I seen this done before? But then couldn't recall. Like, it felt like I had, but then I was like, but I don't. But no,
it felt very familiar, but also new. Unfamiliar.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the song?
Okay, so much like you on the last one, at this point, I probably do want a ballad. I was like, it's the fourth song in a row, and it actually feels like a bit of a drop in quality, if I'm honest. At least those other ones were high quality nonsense. I do like that she returns the favour, as we've talked about. She often will go back to someone who's jumped on her song and give them a little feature, whether they like it or not.
Yes.
As I said, she may steal from everyone's trash, but she will always let you go through hers. Let it be known. It's like, oh, I just went through. You can go through mine.
Yeah, come and hang out.
I said, this is fine. I don't really need to hear it again. There seems to be a second version of it on the same album, which I discovered when I listened. It's the same
with
song.
A different. The singer sounds remarkably similar, but it's not.
Well, the one I saw was both Jen, but then you sent me something that could be a Low and Order.
Yes, there is a Low and Order coming. Look, I think this is pretty by the books formulaic flow rider and not the best flow rider, to be honest. Jen's contribution is a tone I don't recognise from her. Mm-hmm. And if it is her singing, I kind of like it. Like for her. Yeah. Like she's not trying too hard. When she's actually duetting with Flo down at the end of the song, it sounds like her there. Like that sounds like her voice that I'm used to. And we know that Ka Carol's done some amazing stuff with her voice. So I'm willing to believe it's her. Yeah. It's just like there's not really enough of this song featuring her like to praise or to shame her. Like like in this, fake album playlist that we've got, this is the gear change I needed.
Okay.
Like it's not as insane as the others. Like she's kind of a bit sweet, but maybe a bit too sweet. Yeah, it was to be believable.
Yeah, it was. Is it saccharine? Is that the right word?
Yeah, it's saccharine. Like it's sweet but kind of fake with it.
Yeah.
She's yeah. So in Low and Order Regular Victims Unit, I wonder if this is actually Jen singing, because all of her vocals were replaced on a different version of this song, not the one on the album, another one released in the Japanese market.
Yes.
With a singer called May J, who can actually sing.
Yeah. So because you sent me a video of her actually singing. So then I Googled her with J-Lo to find out what was coming. But it did seem, now of course she could have been, a demo singer, but it did seem that hers did come later.
Hers are later.
So I'm not sure as far as the origins.
I think whoever's doing the backing vocals on the album version, that's not, not the J-Lo single version, is, that's who sang it. J-Lo maybe came and visited and said, you can just put my name on that track.
Yeah, get Enrique in, he'll do it.
But yeah, because her, like, I don't know, because May J's voice is quite good, and like she gives
similar
some
tones.
oomph.
They do
very
have
similar
tone. Yeah,
very similar tone, but she's got some heft in her voice.
Yeah,
when when you see her sing Frozen, you're like, let it go. It's like, oh, okay. Because it's like, oh, yeah, this is sweet. This is nice. Oh, okay, you can do that as well.
Yes, yeah. So now we just need Jen to do Let It Go, and then we can compare.
And then we can compare. I did go in a bit of a May J hole. I quite enjoyed her. Yeah, I was quite enjoying watching her sing everything. Because she's just polite, sweet little lady, and then suddenly she's belting shit. It's like, where did that come from? Who's this little lady? I want more of her. I want to do a podcast about her instead of Jennifer Lopez. By the way, that's going to happen a couple more times before we get to the end of this podcast. But yeah, it's it made me question whether they were many of her vocals on this track.
Sure, fair. Yeah. It doesn't take much to question it, really, does it?
No, really.
At this point.
So I'm real. What percentage do you think she's saying?
Yeah, I've gone for a low to mid.
Yeah, I've got low.
Those reasons. Yeah.
Like, can she sing that well? Really?
Well, she can with Mark Anthony, but on that one song. He's not there.
On that one song. And are you pro low or no low?
I've gone for a firm no low on this one, and the irony that my note next to it is it's a little too will.i.am for me, because
that's going to be
pretty soon. We're going to get hit with some serious will.i.am-ness.
Well, we are definitely deep in the Regularverse, because I'm in awe.
It's happened again. It's happened again.
I kind of didn't mind the song. I like Flow Rider. Like it's not the best Flow Rider, but it's, again, like I said, it's the gear change I needed after those.
That is fair. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Get the fuck out of our podcast.
Get the fuck
Get the
out.
fuck out of our podcast.
Get the fuck out.
Just walk away.
Walk away.
You tacky regular bitch.
Regular.
Get the fuck right out of my face.
Regular bitch.
Oh, all right. We're almost home. How are you feeling in this edition of the Regularverse?
I can just hear, duh, 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 let's hook tonight. That's all I can hear.
Let's
now.
hook tonight. I find it's weird leaving the Regularverse with me on an oar
Yeah,
and
me
you
don't
want to know.
know. It's weird. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't a her song. She was a feature.
Is that why you feel more comfortable? You're like, okay. She's
Yeah, I feel like, hey,
not full
I'm like,
credit.
I haven't given her the credit. Yeah, it's like she's contributed, but she hasn't been responsible.
Okay. That's fair.
If it's feat J-Lo, I'm like, yeah, I can get a pass.
Okay.
All right, well, we're going to continue counting down our weird orphan album. All of J-Lo's unfettered songs that aren't joined to anything. Next week, here in the podcast, I'm sorry that we're going to be in the Regularverse again. Bye, Emily.
Bye.